In 1872, a mysterious ship was discovered drifting alone in the Atlantic Ocean. The ship appeared normal from a distance with its sails still moving in the wind. Another vessel sailing nearby noticed the strange ship and decided to investigate. When sailors approached, they realized something very unusual was happening. The ship was the famous merchant vessel called Mary Celeste. It had left New York weeks earlier carrying cargo and a small crew. The captain of the ship was Benjamin Briggs, an experienced and respected sailor. He was traveling with his wife, young daughter, and several crew members. Their destination was Genoa, Italy, where they planned to deliver cargo safely. The journey across the Atlantic Ocean had started normally without any major problems. But weeks later, another ship named De Gradia noticed the strange vessel. The crew of that ship saw the Mary Celeste drifting strangely through the ocean. Its sails were open, but the ship seemed to move without direction. This unusual movement made the sailors curious and slightly worried. They decided to send a small team to board the drifting ship. As the rescue crew climbed aboard, they noticed an eerie silence everywhere. The ship looked completely abandoned with no people anywhere on deck. Every cabin and room was carefully searched by the investigators. Surprisingly, everything looked mostly normal inside the ship. The cargo stored in the ship's hold was still perfectly intact. Food supplies for the crew were still available in the kitchen area. Personal belongings of crew members remained inside their cabins. There were no signs of fighting, theft, or violent struggle anywhere. The navigation equipment and charts were mostly untouched. Yet the most important thing was completely missing from the ship. Every single person who sailed on the Mary Celeste had disappeared. The captain, his family, and the entire crew were gone. It was as if everyone had suddenly vanished without leaving any explanation. Investigators noticed that the ship's lifeboat was missing. This suggested the crew might have abandoned the vessel suddenly. But the weather during that time had been relatively calm. There were no strong storms reported in the area that day. The ship itself showed no major damage from waves or wind. Water levels inside the ship were normal and not dangerous. This made the mystery even more confusing for investigators. Why would experienced sailors abandon a safe ship in the middle of the ocean? One theory suggested pirates might have attacked the vessel. However, the cargo and valuable items were still untouched. Pirates would normally steal everything valuable on the ship. Another theory suggested a sudden mutiny among the crew members. Perhaps the crew rebelled against Captain Briggs during the voyage. But there were no signs of violence supporting this idea. Some researchers believed a natural disaster frightened the crew. A sudden sea earthquake or water spout could create panic. Others suggested dangerous alcohol fumes from the cargo might explode. The crew might have feared a powerful explosion was coming. In panic, they may have escaped using the lifeboat. Sadly, if this happened, the small boat could easily be lost at sea. Another mysterious theory involves supernatural explanations. Some believe the ship encountered paranormal forces in the ocean. Stories about sea monsters and ghost ships began spreading quickly. Sailors across the world shared frightening legends about the vessel. Newspapers published dramatic stories about the strange discovery. Soon, the Mary Celeste became famous worldwide as a ghost ship. Investigators officially examined every detail of the case. They searched documents, maps, and navigation logs from the ship. Unfortunately, the ship's official logbook stopped several days before discovery. This missing information created even more mystery. Authorities tried questioning sailors who discovered the abandoned ship, but they could only describe what they saw that day: an empty ship drifting quietly across the open ocean. Over the years, many experts attempted solving the mystery. Scientists studied ocean currents and possible weather conditions. Historians examined the captain's background and crew behavior. Yet none of these investigations produced a clear answer. The disappearance remained completely unexplained. Even modern researchers continue studying the case today. Some believe the crew accidentally abandoned the ship too early. Others think unknown natural forces caused sudden panic. But without real evidence, the truth remains uncertain. The Mary Celeste itself was eventually repaired and returned to service. However, its mysterious reputation followed the ship everywhere it sailed. Sailors felt uneasy whenever they heard the name of the vessel. Over time, the legend grew larger and more mysterious. books, and documentaries explored the strange disappearance again and again. The ghost ship story fascinated people around the world. Even today, the case remains one of history's greatest maritime mysteries. No one truly knows what happened to the missing crew. Did they panic and escape into the ocean? Did something unexpected force them to abandon the ship? Or did a mysterious event occur that history never recorded? The sea often hides secrets that humans never fully understand. Waves and storms can erase clues within hours. Perhaps the ocean itself holds the final answers. For now, the disappearance remains an unsolved puzzle. The ship was real and the crew truly vanished. Their fate was never discovered by investigators. The mystery continues haunting historians and sailors today. Every year, new theories attempt explaining the strange event. Yet none provide a perfect explanation. The Mary Celeste still drifts through history as a ghost ship legend. Its story reminds us how mysterious the oceans can be. Even experienced sailors can face the unknown at sea. The truth behind this disappearance may never be discovered. Perhaps the ocean swallowed the final clues forever. Or perhaps the crew faced something completely unexpected. Their final moments remain hidden somewhere in the Atlantic waters. The mystery continues to fascinate curious minds around the world, and the legend of the ghost ship still survives today. If you enjoyed this mysterious story, like this video and subscribe for more incredible mysteries.